This is the Koster Kingdom Podcast. We discuss all things real estate related. I'm Brett.
I'm Alex.
We are brothers and business partners. We own a property management company where we manage long-term, short-term, mid-term, HOAs, commercial, and wedding and event spaces.
Yeah, we got a pretty jam-packed weekend ahead of us.
A very jam-packed weekend ahead of us with number 1 Texas playing number 5 Georgia, and then Formula One on top of that with Eminem performing as well. If you don't know who Eminem is,
Then you probably live under a rock.
Probably live under a rock. And if you haven't seen Eminem in concert, highly recommend it. He's phenomenal. Saw him at ACL, probably 7 or 8 years ago?
Something like that.
Great concert to go to.
Was great.
The economic value that this whole weekend proposes or gives or generates for Airbnb, hotel operators, food and beverage service industries, musicians, and travel employees from airlines and whatnot is going to be a monolithic weekend in terms of revenue generating. Monolithic. Formula One itself brings in about $1 billion, and the UT Texas game is probably going to bring in another 50 to 100 million. Not to mention all of the other additive stuff that people come in and get rowdy.
Oh, yeah.
All the different events that'll be going on after the big game or Formula One. Every night in Formula One, there's events going on. Airbnbs and hotels are seeing 100%, 300% over their average daily rate. Food and beverage, you think the bars are going to be packed?
I think that's a safe bet.
Especially
if UT wins.
I'd probably bet my retirement on it that the bars will be packed this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think you could go to the worst bar in Austin and you'll still have a great time.
Yeah. Of course, this video would not be completed without a number 1 Texas versus number 5 Georgia prediction. Alex, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to have to go 38-27 Texas just because Georgia's been struggling a bit this year.
Okay.
They got close to beating Alabama, I should say, but then they got kind of smacked around by Missouri. Is it Missouri?
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. That's what it is.
They did. They still won, but not by much. And they barely beat Kentucky, too. Where Texas has won more in a dominant fashion.
Absolutely.
I think Texas is more well-balanced, and I don't think Georgia has seen a defense like Texas. So I'm going to go with 41-17. I think Texas is going to put it on them, and I don't think they're going to let their foot off the gas. I really don't.
Well, that first possession is going to set a tone.
It's going to set a tone, and
for either team.
Georgia does know how to play against adversity when they get behind. However, if they get behind too much against Texas, there's no stopping that.
Nah, probably not.
Texas is too big and fast on defense, and their offensive line is an animal. They're huge.
That's what all your 5-star recruits will do.
And Sarks, the head coach, is a offensive juggernaut when it comes to drafting out plays, and it's not uncommon for him to be in these types of situations. So it'll be very, very interesting to watch this game. I hope it's closer than what it is because I want a good game, but I see it going 41-17 Texas.
I mean, I don't really care what the game is like as long as Texas wins.
I always like to see a good game.
I mean, sure, but seeing Texas win is
always best. 100%.
It's always the best.
And then we got Formula One. Who do you think is going to win there?
I'm going to have to go with Lewis Hamilton. I know Max Verstappen's everyone's favorite. He's also mine. But I don't know. I'm just feeling Lewis Hamilton this week.
He could pull it off. It's very possible. I'm going to go with Max. I'm keeping pretty generic on that one. I don't think there's going to be any major upsets. Probably him or him. It's probably Max or Lewis. Probably one of those.
As long as they play nice and don't take each other out.
Which could happen too. And then a third could emerge. But thanks for tuning in. You'll find a lot more great information on different events and stuff coming up. We also do host events at some of our larger properties that you can purchase tickets to.
Yeah, we got anything in the works?
We do. I mean, Freedom Festival 2025 is in the works.
That's something you don't want to miss.
Yeah, it was crazy this year. Austin Guitar Pool. It'll be at Austin Guitar Pool this year, but I think we're going to expand it to 2 or 3 days. So we shall see.
2 or 3 days. Barely survived one day.
Well, we may have multiple venues.
That is
with
true.
different pricing. So it'll be, and we will have camels. We probably will have horses. Helicopter rides is kind of a must for us now.
That helicopter pad's got to get some use.
It's got to get some use, as always. You can also rent the Ossigan Tar Pool and the Oasis at the Cove if you want to host your next event or your wedding or private party, or rent it just to even kind of show your clients that you're a cut above the rest. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.